which is completely, I had to chop my way in because there are so many apples in here. I'm gonna make some apple alcohol brandy. Well, we'll start out with cider. Good evening, Rhonda. Oh my goodness, you could stop in. Hello. Yeah, so look at all these apples going to waste. It's a whole little forest in here full of apples. So I have a lot of blackberry nasties to cut through. And then all of this is blackberries. So I've picked tons of them already. I think there are, oh, that's just some of the apples. This place is like 10 acres. And it's all going to get bulldozed. It's surrounded by apartment buildings. So all of this is going to become an apartment building. So I have to walk very carefully here. So there was a contractor here who had all this stuff stored and random things. And as you can see, there's more apple trees right here. So if anybody wants some apple trees, come and get them. Yeah, it's really sad. They're all going to go. It's just going to be blasted to heck. I think you can hear traffic, and you can definitely hear the planes going over. And we are near enough to hear Highway 99. Yeah, so there's tons more. There's different varieties in here of the apples. So there's some up there. So I have to work on climbing up there. And so they got neglected, as you can see, over the years, because you're supposed to cut away a lot in order to let the air down into here, because now it's all covered with moss. And I think there's like foxes and coyotes. There's other animals in here that are eating some of the apples. Oh, look at all of these. Tons more, tons more. Let's see. It's kind of a greenish one. Let's take, this one's for you. Boop. It's a mystery what type it is. Don't know. But I'll save some apple cider for all you guys after I finish making it. And I think you can see out through the trees, right through there into the neighborhood. So we're kind of on a hill with this beautiful forest. And I hope to goodness they keep some of the trees here. It'd be really sad if they take it all. But sad. Applesauce! I love applesauce, Rhonda. So I want to make applesauce, apple butter. Last year I made apple cider. Ooh, raspberries. It was so dry this year, my raspberry plants didn't do very well. I'm gonna have to look up apple butter to see how that's done. So as you can see, there's still some apples up here, but all the rest just went to heck here on the ground. And it's a different variety. I think this is called, I seem to remember him saying something that was called a Buckley Giant. This one. And none of them were sprayed or any of that stuff. So look, it's totally organic, my friends. Everything, and they're kind of sticky. And the horses will like it, that's for sure. Yeah, this one's a little bigger. Ooh, ice cream. I gave away my ice cream maker when I was downsizing. But I do love ice cream. And then, you know, it wouldn't be a farm unless it had piles of weird broken junk that might have some use someday. Like I think the owner is saving all of this. There's a lot of fencing, rolls of fencing. So he's going to take that up to his ranch in Ellensburg, and I'll help him put that together. You know, children do miss out on a lot of things. I was lucky enough to have grandparents who lived out in the country, and in the summertime we go out there and there was no TV, no radio. There were books. Everything else would just, you know, whatever you could think of as a game. And then we would just run in a pack with our cousins, and we'd walk through the forest, we'd go down to the beach. Even at night, we could be going down by ourselves, kids, and having fires on the beach. So I think if we walk through here, you can see how close we are to the neighborhood. Hello! Oh my gosh, is that you, Candy? Are you in here? I'm not very talented at this, reading and walking and talking at the same time, because the comments go by so fast. I don't know how you do that. So this is Federal Way, and I think you were here in Federal Way, I think you said once. So you can see there's apartment buildings over there, and this entire place is going to become one with them. And yeah, there's just tons. I would have loved coming up here if I was a kid and sneaking around. Yeah, there's a couple of restaurants along 320th Street that are tasty. How do you do it, Candy? You just like talk about amazing things. And I'm just like trying to get used to the fact that the sound of my voice is talking. Now that is a plan, Rhonda. I'm thinking that I'm participating sort of in this farm in Elma/Satsop, and I hope that works out. But in any case, I just go, well, I'll have a free place. I'll be doing labor, and I'll have a free place for my pony. Okay, I'm gonna just keep doing it, Candy, just so you told me to do it. I'm gonna do it. What's the worst that can happen? I can trip and fall. But look at this. Oh, look at these beautiful collectibles. Yeah, sometimes it sounds good when somebody says something's free, but it's kind of funny because then I go, how many hours of labor am I putting into this? Save the camera. Yes, don't fall down. Yeah, I'm trying to think, what can I do with this concrete? I bet you I could sell it to somebody. Look at this. Look at this stuff. See, Norman's really good with metal and welding, and so he knows how to do a lot of interesting stuff, so I like learning from him. And my shoelace is messed up. Okay. Well, it's so fabulous. There's my rolling home. Yes, this land belongs to my friend Norman. He's an older guy who's married. So don't get excited. And he has been clearing out all this stuff and going on junk runs and doing things like that because he's got 40 acres out in Ellensburg, which is a place, you know, Candy, if you want to go, and we can invite other YouTubers that want to meet us up there. And it's a great place to hang out. There's water from deep underground. Florida is expensive. So yeah, so I helped do a lot of the work on Norman's ranch up there, so I basically have rights, squatters' rights. So I can go up there as much as I want. In fact, once I was up there for a whole month, and it was, you know, amazing views at night of the sky. You see all the stars across the valley. You can see the other mountain ranges, and it's pretty good up until the snow comes, and then I don't have the fancy tires, so that makes me a little nervous. But this time of year, September, October, and into November is going to be great. So let's all keep in touch, YouTubers of the Washington area. Yes, you know, Rhonda, if you wanted, I could talk to this woman who has the farm that I'm working on. She needs ideas for something to do out there, and she's got, it's 25 acres. Oh, I'm in Washington State. Right now, I'm south of the city of Seattle. Well, living in the country is the only way to live. I mean, I like visiting the city, but yeah, look at that, right next door to that. Yeah, it's great to have time out in the country. And then, you know, around here there's just so much food and gardens going to waste. Plums, you know, I found like 5 different kinds of plums. Little red ones, the big purple ones, the big reddish ones, the Italian plums. There's just everything, and you can make wine, jam. You can make all the zucchini bread you want. You would love Washington State, because we have, like, there's desert areas, mountains, there's plains, there's everything. Oh my god, I think there's a boat in there. You know what? Down here it never gets really cold on the, you know, the coastal side. So that is western Washington. And even in winter, it's like it rarely gets to 20. So, look at, does anybody want a free boat on a trailer? Look at that. I see my next home. And then if you go up into the mountains, the winter comes early. Yes, $2. You can have this boat. Traffic sucks. I had, you know, it took twice as long to get down here from where I'm at in Des Moines. And we pronounce the Z at the end. It's just the way they are here. I think I'm gonna fall. And there's a weird sculptural thing over there. Maybe somebody would like that. And this, I think you could turn this into a little house on wheels. Yeah, Portland has good areas, but it's like so expensive now. Everything's horrible for the cost of rent. You know, like if you were in the city in Seattle, it might cost you, you know, $1,500 for a tiny space studio. Well, you know, Rhonda, you want to see more Washington State? I'll just keep filming Washington State. Planes! The planes! Make them go away. Wait, that's a helicopter. Yes, right now I'm just pretending that I'm in the forest, the deep, deep forest. Well, thank you guys for joining me here. Friday, let's see, it is Friday. Saturday, Sunday, I'm probably going to be on that farm in Elma/Satsop. And another YouTuber is going to meet up with me. A person who's got a transit van. So that should be fun. And I'll see what I can film there that's interesting. I don't know how you can stand Florida. I haven't been in Florida since I was 18 years old. Yeah, candy goes all over the place, Rhonda. She's she's 1 year into her travels. Get out of Florida. It has huge bugs. And you get hurricanes too. I don't know. And, you know, for something to be expensive, that's hard. And there's no mountains in Florida. Here, you could live in the flatland. Actually, if you had a vehicle, you could live on that farm in Elma, no problem. And you could trade some labor if you wanted. Like, you know, I told her, you know, you have organic 25 acres, you'd be growing tons of veggies here and, you know, just growing all sorts of stuff. You could have goats, make some goat cheese. This might be the last footage of this place. Yeah, it's hard to get any kind of a view when you're in Florida. You can't, there's no place up high that you can go. And I like Louisiana just because of the music and interesting people. So when you went out into the country there, it was at a different vibe. People really know how to have a good time in there, I think. Well, I'm going to say goodbye for now. Thank you all for stopping by. And we're going to have to create our own culture, living in the country. Let us meet up, Candy. I was going to say Sandy. But, yeah. I will text you. No, let's see. I was going to email you. Yes. Okay. Bye, Diamond Slash Ranch. Ciao, ciao.